Light is one of the most powerful.
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 Shut the fuck up! Powerful stuff.
We got it. But here's the real magic. Softness. The softness of light isn't just about aesthetics. It's about shaping emotions, controlling atmosphere, and telling a story without words. Softness of light is often referred to as quality of light because it directly affects how a subject appears on camera, shaping shadows, contrast, and texture in a way that influences the mood and feel of an image. The term quality doesn't mean one is better than the other. It refers to the characteristics of the light. Light can be soft or hard. Before we get into talking about how different qualities of light can be used and created, we need to know what the difference is between them. Soft light creates smooth, gradual shadows. It's flattering, making skin look smooth and reducing harsh lines. Hard light, on the other hand, creates distinct and sharp shadows with defined edges. Everybody loves soft light because it makes the skin look smoother, younger, and helps hide imperfections. It might seem like everyone uses it all the time.
Oh, no. 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 No, 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 no.
But how about hard light? Due to its characteristics, hard light is widely used to create strong contrast, emphasize a character's features, add texture to a scene. This can help increase tension, fear, excitement, or deep emotional involvement, depending on the story and genre. Sometimes you need to recreate moonlight, or add a beam of sunlight to breathe life into the scene, or to add a little emphasis, or stylize your image like this, or this, or this, or this, or this, or this, or... Okay, we got this point. What to make light hard or soft? Here are 3 principles you need to understand what affects the softness of light. First, size of light. The softness of light is primarily determined by the size of the source relative to the subject. The larger the light source, the softer the light will be. Here you can see how change softness of light depending on size. If a beam of light comes from a point source, we get only a sharp, deep shadow called umbra. If we use a larger light source, the light becomes softer, creating a smoother, more gradual transition at the edges called penumbra, while still maintaining a deeper, more defined shadow umbra. The larger the light source we take, the softer and more gradual the shadows become. The second important point is distance. The closer the light, the softer it appears. The farther away, the harder and more defined the shadows become. The brightest example of this, the sun. As the largest light source in our solar system's studio setup, but it's also millions of miles away from us, it might as well be a tiny flashlight in the sky. That huge distance turns it into a hard light source, casting sharp, dramatic shadows. When clouds cover the sky, they become the new apparent light source, transforming the sun from a small, distant point into a vast, diffused glow that spreads across the entire sky like a giant softbox above us. Diffusion is the third important point. When we put diffusion in front of a light source, the diffusion effectively becomes the new light source. Then the more opaque the material, the more it will diffuse the light, creating a softer source. Of course, there are natural diffusers such as clouds, fog, smoke, sand. You can use them and take them into account when preparing for shooting, but you can also use special diffusing filters, also called gels, that are more controllable and predictable. Their main purpose is to diffuse harsh, direct light by scattering it, transforming it into a softer and more even light source. This transformation absorbs light and affects the color temperature, so keep that in mind. Manufacturers like Lee Filters and Roscoe produce and offer a wide range of these gels. They provide different materials, textures, densities, and colors to create the desired shadow character, sometimes blending the traits of both hard and soft light. You don't always need to use expensive professional gels to get smooth, soft light. Try experimenting with whatever you have on hand, whether it's a vinyl shower curtain, simple window curtains, or even a bed sheet. You can analyze the strength of the diffusion by looking at the diffusion itself to see the light source shining behind it. The more defined that light source is to your eye, the less of a softening effect the diffusion will have on the source, and the harsher the overall light will be. Bouncing the light with a bounce board creates diffusion and at the same time redirects the light, which is very useful in natural light. Also, it helps to enhance natural or artificial light without introducing additional light sources. Bounce boards may simply be called bounces, and also refer to reflectors. It can be made in different sizes, shapes, and materials. Typically, they produce soft light, which filmmakers and photographers often utilize to create fill lighting. However, in some cases, they can also be used as a key light. A bounce board is a highly versatile tool in filmmaking due to its lightweight, portable design and low cost that doesn't require a power source. This makes it ideal for outdoor shooting setups and also for small or constrained spaces where traditional lighting with diffusers may not be feasible. In addition, it offers an effective solution for locations where mounting or securing a light source is difficult. Foam core produces a harder light compared to beadboard. For a softer effect, you can combine bounce light with diffused light, a setup known as the book light, which is commonly used in interviews and documentaries, portrait and beauty shots for its natural, flattering look. While soft light is known for its gentle, flattering look, sometimes softness just isn't enough.
Thank you.
There are moments when the story calls for tension, grit, or bold visual impact. That's where hard light comes in. Hard light requires a small, direct source. The further the light, the sharper the shadows. For these purposes, we can use the sun on a clear day. To preserve its light quality while controlling exposure, cinematographers use ND gels to reduce light intensity without altering its color or softness. To redirect or shape hard light, filmmakers often utilize mirror boards or the Cine Reflect lighting system. Cine reflectors come in various sizes and diffusion levels, offering precise control over both light direction and softness. To create hard light artificially, instead of spreading the light using diffusers, we concentrate it, tightening the beam and sharpening the shadows. This can be achieved using various light modifiers, ranging from standard reflectors, snoots, and Fresnel lenses to more advanced tools like optical snoots and spotlights. Spotlights, in particular, produce the hardest light with the sharpest shadows, making them invaluable for precise light shaping in complex lighting setups. They are also commonly used to create striking effects, such as beams of light, sun slashes, or to illuminate areas where mounting traditional lights would be challenging. So, whether you're shaping light for a cinematic masterpiece or just trying to get the perfect look, remember, light tells the story before a word is spoken. Keep playing with light and let it bring your story to life.